Morning. So, I was just thinking I'd just come on and say I wasn't going to come on tonight, but I am because clear that throat chakra. After last night, a little bit more needs to be said and explained a little bit. And I couldn't stop saying wow because it was a wow, 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 wow. I was in wowness. So, for all the people that actually did go and check it out, hi National, and right to the end, because I know people skip. That's a bit like life at the minute, isn't it? And what's going on in 3D is everyone's like rushing. I want to see this, this, and this happen. They won't go from the beginning. Hi Effie, hi John Kennedy, hi Miss Chime. So I was trying to get you all in last night later after it, but I know you don't get notifications to say, wasn't it amazing? And then the biggest thing after that was, and the dream that I had that morning about the orb turning into a bird and all this was Q dropped a Q post, and I'm going to read it to you right now with some music. It doesn't matter if you're into Q because I've been saying for ages this is a spiritual war. It has been a spiritual war, but love always wins anyway. That is past your bedtime. It's only a quick one. So let me just read out Q. So my dad sent me this after I had the experience with the second flying orb. I've seen a few, really, but capturing it was. This is the message for people who are not into Q. It doesn't really matter. And the people that don't go over it. Q is back. How you got a notification, and it was finally in the Lord and his mighty power, but put on a full armour of God, so that you can take your stand against the evil schemes. For our struggles is not against flesh and blood, it's not, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in heavenly realms. Therefore, put on the full armour of God, so that when the day of evil comes, you may be able to stand your ground. And after you have done everything to stand firm, then, with the belt of truth, because this is why we're talking out in truth, buckled around your waist, with the breastplate of the righteous in place, and your feet fitted with the readiness that comes from the gospel of peace. In addition to all this, take up the shield of faith, with which you can extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one. Take the helmet of salvation and the sword of spirit, which is the word of God. Prepare for God and country, for humanity we fight Q. Because that to me means you stand up in the light, you stand up in the truth. Doesn't matter if people are laughing at you, you cut through with that sword. Because sword cuts through the bullshit, yeah? I've said this before, but it is a spiritual war we're in. It is against forces that some people don't understand or about. That was amazing. That came after that experience. I didn't even see that Q post. Stand firm with your truth, because chaos is going on in the world, and people are not understanding it. But we're standing strong, because it's all been about control of these entities, things that have been going on with the control systems that are being brought down. That's why there's a lot of chaos out there at the minute, and you'll see in 2020, because there's a change coming. Then after that, if you don't know about the queue, there's always a link at the top. You do the link, and it was linked to, I'll just find it, and you can go over and see it, and I think I've put it on my community page, linked to linked to, obviously I can't play it, a channel I want you to go over to called Epic Legacy Trailer Music. And funny enough, the profile picture is a guy in the middle with a big sword, like the sword of Damascus, the sword of truth in blue, that colour, blue, with a wolf round him. And the song they put up linked to the Q drop was Future World Music, Victory of Life, Volume 11. 11. Volume 11. So, and guess what? It's got an angel on it. With a sword in its hand. And I don't know if you remember ages ago, I drew a woman in one of my books. I'll probably show it tonight. Like an angel with a sword in her hand a few months ago. Because the sword stands for the sword of truth. It also stands for Christ consciousness because it's a cross. Not always necessarily to do with what the church was saying, because in the sky, because we say about lights, light energy, light beings, the light, love and light. If you've ever even looked at the sun at certain times, there's always the light beams that come out are a cross. So it is to do with, yes, Christ consciousness. Everything's to do with consciousness. I don't know if anyone's getting that because that's probably not even coming out right. But hi everybody who's in. But anybody who didn't see my video last night, you need to go and watch it all the way through. I know you'll probably skip to the end, get to about 9 minutes if you're going to be a skipper. About 9 minutes, watch it from there, and you tell me what you can see when it comes in. And if, I believe I'm putting this out there so people can see there's some sort of evidence. I've just had someone saying to me today, behind the scenes, it's amazing, but I just don't understand it all. I said, no, because you're not letting go of what we've been taught through school, and all the control systems are lies. There are realms we can't always see. That's why they blip in and out of dimensions. It's multi-layered. Everything's multi-layered. That's why I say to the people who think they're looking at, for instance, Trump as something else, a bad, different perception on it. There's many different layers what's going on behind the scenes of what our so-called reality is. That's how I see it. I've been saying it for ages. Now I'm saying it, doing it, and actually seeing it. So it is a bit like that, walk the walk, talk the talk. Well, that's what you've got to do. If you want to delve in, you've got to go in. You are the seeker. I got told you shouldn't be seeking. You do seek till you find the truth. And you can keep seeking, because I do believe it's like the spiral of life. You'll just go up in different levels with something else to seek. But to find the truth, you've got to start doing the work yourself. So yes, meditation helps. I've just been doing one this morning, which was brilliant. Yeah, need to back up that. I don't even know how you back it up if you save it, or someone needs to back it up. And it is on Tapper 777's channel. Just that bit slowed down so you can see it yourself. So go over to Tapper 77. Everybody, if you can save that, I would save it, because I'm not very good with technical stuff. But it might need saving, because you know what that side's like. They try and take anything down or whatever. So if you're good at all that, save some stuff. Not just my stuff. Anything that you see that you think is worth saving, save it. I mean, think back in the days when they tried to save the scriptures of what was going on, but new ways are coming in. All that deceit is being seen, and is going to be seen, and is going to be brought up over the next few years, starting from 2020. Well, starting now, really, has been starting, where all the muggles, as we call it, which I don't like saying, will start waking up. And the ones who are helping are here to help those see what is really going on, because they will start slowly waking up. And that's where I say those systems fall down. When everyone's awake, you can't fool everybody, can you? Can't really play the game when everybody knows how to play the game. Yeah. So we'll just go back in them little books you used to read where you had two different ways of going, and then you thought, oh, that turned out a bit rubbish. Let's go back and read the other part. We're all just going to go back. Because like I said, it is about going back. It is about looking at the past. A bit like Q says, was it future proofs past? You've got to go back into your past. You've got to release all that energy, because that's what we're doing as well. You look at the 3D and it's telling you what you're doing in your own life and what you should be looking at. And we're letting go. We're letting go of control system, which means a lot of people are going to be in chaotic minds and stuff, because it's hard to let go of something you've always known, a pattern that you've always done, a routine that you've always done. You've got to let go. Got to start breaking those down. But you've got to start letting your walls down as well, because you've got to start being open-minded, letting things come in. Just because you were told something or you didn't believe something years ago does not mean now that you can open your mind, because you're beginning to see things that don't make sense. That means you need to open your heart and let new things in. Don't poo-hoo it. Just think, well, I'm seeing it. Maybe I'm going to let a bit of space in for that, and we'll just see what happens, and we'll round up what everyone else is saying, the collective consciousness. This is happening. It is very real. I'm amazed. That's why I'm like, wow, wow, wow. I think they come in more with excitement and love and the wow, wow, wow wonderment, because that's a brilliant energy. It's a fantastic vibe. That's why I've been saying the more good vibes you're on, we do go up and down. So I'm not into people saying, oh, but we're always high. No, because things happen. It's like a sine wave. We go up and down. But we're always spiraling up. You can still go up and down, but we're going up. We can still go like this. We're not going, we're going up and up and up. So don't give up. Like I've said before, you can be in grief, you can be in certain things, but as long as you look at it, do it, and then let it go. But always try and hide in it's your higher self. You can be in your lower self. It's it is much harder to sort of be in your higher self because you've got a battle against the other forces, sort of thing. But being in your higher self and trying to come from love and trying to work on yourself, because that's what we're all doing, inner self, will bring better energies. 17 will bring better energies in that will fix what's going on, with meditation and all sorts of different things. So that's why, if you think about it in the way of how it's always been doom and gloom, and then everyone's in misery, everyone's in disease, everyone seems to have cancer, everyone seems to have this, that's because it's an energy, and it's hi Dave, it's a signature. We're all linking in my chat and many other chats and outside. It's not just on YouTube, because there's a signature energy that we all hold and we sort of remember. That's why we say soul fam. Doesn't matter what you call it, blueprint, whatever, it's the same thing. It's because we're all connected we're all connected anyway. Everything's connected to everything, earthly and galactic, whatever you want to call it. Some people don't believe in that, but I believe it because I'm seeing it. So this is why I said my channel is going to change with what we're going to be talking about. Well, it's still sort of the same thing, but it's going to evolve as we're evolving over the next couple of years. So that's how I see it. So if you want to come along with my journey, so I'm showing you my journey because it might be part of yours, and you might be seeing in me what's going on with you, because obviously we are all one. If that makes sense, I'm just showing you. It doesn't mean you have to be on YouTube. I'm just showing you my story, so it might help you with your path. I think we all have gifts, all the clairs and stuff like that in our DNA that are unlocking, yeah, and you might have a stronger one in something else than someone else. So don't be like, oh, I'm not seeing that, but oh, I'm hearing this or I'm seeing this. We all have different ones. You may have all of them, you may not, you may have one. Focusing on that and start researching and learning about it, and bring your true, higher, powerful self in. Hi, Ricardo. So we've got Dave, Ricardo, Alison, John, Kennedy, Effie, Miss Chime, who've I missed? I think National, Paul from Newcastle, Five Flames, Danny, Jodie, and sorry anyone I might have missed. But it is a fact that I've been catching this on camera. So for the naysayers who have said, oh, it might be dust and all this, this is what people say. This is why I say you've got to do the work yourself, research yourself, just like Q's always said. I have gifts, I just have to research and believe. Yeah, you'll notice something, and then you'll resonate with people's channels and maybe what they're doing. You'll trip over things where you think, that's what I've got. Just start listening to these people. That's why I say if it resonates, it resonates. It's just something DNA. We are all connected. We all have the same mother and father. That's the proof of the pudding. Yes, John Kennedy, we do. It's mother and father, goddess. Goddess and God. It's not a God with no goddess. It's God and goddess, man and woman. And then I just like to say they have children, starseeds. Just saying, that's my analogy on it. But they are one. I've just had a meditation with that lady, the name I can never remember, with the crystal bowls this morning, beautiful. And I saw the blue and red come together, but it was like a wave. So it was a red wave and a blue wave, and then they merged into a ball and mixed up and made the colour. It wasn't actually purple, it was like more of an electric lilac. It was beautiful. So the more you meditate, the more you'll bring good energies and things in that helps you calm your mind. So yes, it is good to meditate. I am, like I said, making meditation mats. I've nearly finished mine. So when I show you the size of it, that'll be the size I'll be making them to if anyone's interested. I've also just watched Phil Good. If you don't know Phil Good, he's brilliant. You might not resonate, I do. He's just been talking about money because people get so caught up in money. Money is an energy. And when people, for instance, give money to people or want to pay them for something, or say, for instance, when sometimes I said if you want to make a coffee donation to PayPal, some people on the other side who just don't understand, like, oh, money's evil. It's not. It's an energy. Some people feel that I give a lot of energy when I'm on my channel. I'm serving you because I am giving a lot of energy with what I'm putting in. Yeah, 17 in chat, I know. And some people will do it in a way if they want to give in that way. See, money is an energy as a gratitude thing. It's not what people think it is. If anyone gets what I'm saying. But if you go and watch Phil Good's channel, who channels the nine. Some people are not into people like that. I am, because what he's saying is what's going on. And when he said the thing about money and he does an example on it, that's how I see it. You've got to stop looking at it as if it's bad. Because a lot of people do that, and that is an old thought form. It's an old control form, and it's an old energy form that side use anyway as well. Yes, and then you get people in here who I feel really sorry for, thank you, just got rid of them, because they don't understand, they don't wish to understand, and they've got to start loving themselves. And that's what Phil Good said, which is really good, because these people who do this, making comments like that, have no love for themselves and like to go around spreading hate and, vile words because they think it's funny, because, that's what people do when their life isn't going along in alignment. So maybe instead of putting silly things out, I mean, it could be a bot, you don't know, with silly profile names, maybe you should start looking within yourself and then pumping some goodness out and maybe linking up with people. But this is what we're going against as well, people like that, entities like that. So, that's okay that you want to come in and put silly things in chat, but maybe, maybe it's time to change yourself, because that's what a lot of people are doing. So I'm not hating on you. I'm just saying that is a fact with what's going on with people. So, haters are going to hate, and a lot of haters hate people who are talking in the light. A lot of people hate people who are talking about love. A lot of people hate, not necessarily hate people, but hate people spreading the word of, connectivity, communication, love, peace. I mean, why would you be hating on someone who's talking about love and peace and things like that we want for each other? Not just for me, I want it for everyone, for humanity, for mankind, for everything. Why would people do that? Because they hate the light. Maybe it's because they hate themselves. Something's not going right and they don't like seeing people happy and wanting good wishes and things for not just themselves, for everybody around them, all over the plane. Do you know what I mean? And everywhere else. Why? I know why. I'm just saying why. I know why. But that's up to them. That's up to them if they choose a path or not. Thing is, there's a lot more light coming, so they're not going to be liking it. So yeah, Christ conscious, conscience. Yeah, Christ consciousness. Yeah. I don't really like the word hate, but they're just not giving enough love to themselves. If they were going within, they would see what they were doing. And that's where we all look within and see what we have been doing to other people. We've all done it, and to Gaia and everywhere else. So, yeah. So, I'm getting guided, obviously, from last night, as you saw, to read this book, which I'm just about to read a couple of pages. Then I've got to go out and do some stuff. And then I'm going to be on tonight about 9 o'clock to sort of re-talk about this. And I'm actually going to ask you lot if there's anything you're experiencing now. So thank you for coming in. And yeah, it is quite a strong word. It's because that's another thing about words. I hate words, to tell the truth, because this is where we all get divided, because someone will say, oh, it's this and it's not that, and and you've said it's this and it's not that. When many words are the same, it's just the different wording people get divided over, and that's where you get people go, well, I don't resonate because I think it's this, and it's like, yeah, but it's the same thing. It's just worded differently. That's where division comes from. So really, like, I do believe back in the day, we communicated telepathy, vision, because you'd understand it more than someone speaking, because there was only sort of one understanding of it, not many different ones, because we can have one word, but that can be split up in so many different other words, so people get triggered, like they'll go the ascension, the shift, the awakening, what. It's the same thing. Christ conscious, it's the same thing. So people will go, oh, I don't like that channel because they're talking about that. You're talking about the same thing. To me, it's like pretty easy. So hi all in chat, who's just come in, but interpretation. Yes, it is. It is interpretation, and that's where we all get triggered. You know, we all get divided. But remember, the controllers wanted us divided. Why do you think they brought words in, different languages to divide us? But it's not working now, is it? We've got new ways coming in, and that's why people have got to open their minds again, because we've had ways that tried to awaken us years back, but because we're growing as well, new things have got to come in to catch these people who are just vibrant new ways. It keeps people's attention, so vibrant new ways. I don't know how to say that. I'll say hi to, is it Alte? I'm a bit dyslexic, so I might have said your name wrong. So there's still 17 in the chat, which is brilliant. Alignment. And I will see you at 9 o'clock tonight. Bye.